For almost a decade now, I've said multiple times how the worst content on YouTube comes from YouTube pranksters. There is nothing more deplorable, heinous, or dog shit than a YouTuber doing pranks. Watching a prank video is more painful than walking in on your significant other cheating on you. There's only two unforgivable sins in the Lord's eyes, and one of them is watching pranksters, and the second one is not liking anime. It's just so fucking gross. This shit is so bad. It really fucking terrible. And the douchebags behind the prank channels are some of the most insufferable assholes the internet has to offer. The man who goatseed himself is probably a more likable content creator than the entirety of the YouTube pranksters combined. His asshole has more personality than all of the androids behind these garbage prank videos. It's truly abhorrent stuff. And you know what I'm talking about, the walking around in public and pissing on people's shoes and then saying it's just a prank, bro, so they can't get mad at me, and if they get mad, they're the bad guy. I'm the victim here. I told him it was a prank. I don't know why he's upset. I just spit in his face. That kind of douchebag. Or swapping grandma's medicine out with ketamine gone sexual. The worst people on the internet are the ones that are pulling pranks. Now, of course, they're all fake, but not every child knows that. And today, I'm going to tell you the story about a kid named Timothy Welks. Timothy Welks was a 20-year-old kid in Tennessee who grew up watching YouTube pranksters and aspired to be one himself. But he was never in on the joke. He never believed Santa Claus was fake. He thought the pranks he was seeing was real. And he had a plan to become a YouTube sensation prankster. His plan was to charge a family with butcher knives wearing a mask, and when he pulled this prank off 2 days ago, he was fatally shot and killed. What's especially wild about this story is this kind of prank, the robbery prank, isn't some unknown, taboo, uncharted territory kind of thing. He wasn't like Christopher Columbus discovering a new type of prank. This man was doing a very common prank. The robbery prank is one of the most common ones these insufferable assholes on YouTube will do, where they stage a robbery as a prank. They'll charge people with weapons like a fucking chainsaw or sometimes unloaded weapons or blades and shit while they're dressed as like Scary Steve from Minecraft and be like, give me your wallet and all your condoms, shit like this, and like shake them down for it. And then they'll be like, oh, it's just a prank, bro, you're not actually getting robbed. And like, oh, you jokesters, oh, you rapscallions, and that's the whole video. It's absolutely fucking terrible, but the people they prank are obviously in on it. It's all staged. Timothy Wilkes and other people like him don't know that. So Timothy chose someone that wasn't in on it, and he charged them with butcher knives as he was dressed up like he was from fucking Comic-Con, and he was shot and killed. And I don't know if this is real, but there is a source that was released by one of the publications that said it was the audio from the incident. And since this was filmed for a prank, there is clearly film of it that exists. But that hasn't been released. But I did hear audio. And his last words after the gunshots were, "It's just a prank, bro," as he was dying and crying. I don't know if that's real, but there is no doubt in my mind when this did happen, he absolutely shouted, "It's just a prank, bro." And those were most likely some of his last words. That is some of the saddest shit. You couldn't write a more poetically pitiful conclusion. To have been misled by these awful people on the internet to such a degree that you end up giving your life for the sake of a fucking prank. What an awful, awful, awful way to go out. The person I feel the most bad for is, of course, the man that shot him. He was a guy that was just acting in self-defense. He saw two people, Timothy Wilkes and his friend, both dressed up in masks, charging him with butcher knives, and he armed himself and shot. The dude's not like James Bond or Rambo. He wasn't going around hunting bad guys. He was getting charged by two people he didn't know with knives, so he armed himself and defended himself. And luckily he hasn't been charged with anything because he shouldn't be. It was clearly self-defense. Timothy Wilkes and his group were 100% in the wrong here, and it takes a real fucking psychopath to pull a prank like this. It takes someone extremely delusional to think that this is somehow an okay prank or anything like that. These fucking pranks are so stupid. The punchline is literally, ha ha ha, you thought you were about to die. Now, of course, in all the other ones, it's all fake and the people are clearly in on it. But in a case like this, Timothy Wilkes literally thought this was going to be a good prank. Like, he'd go up to these people, make them fear for their lives, and then at the end they'd all be laughing, slapping ass, and then grabbing themselves a little beer or something. I just don't understand how someone could be so incredibly delusional. It's baffling. It's absolutely shocking and disturbing that someone could actually think that charging strangers with a butcher knife and then saying it's just a prank would make everything okay. It's fucking wild. But yeah, I wanted to just talk about this story a little bit because for years now I've mentioned how these insufferable asshole YouTubers that command their audience of 11-year-olds literally brainwash them into thinking horrible things are okay or normal, and that a lot of these kids don't recognize that the shit they do is fake, and that's bad and dangerous. And this is exactly what I was talking about. Timothy Wilkes isn't the only kid that believes the pranks he sees on YouTube are real. I'm sure there's others, but none of the other ones are crazy enough to charge people with knives and wearing masks like it's the fucking purge. So it's just one of those freak things that was always going to happen when you have absolute fucking degenerates making dog shit pranks where they're like kidnapping their friends and putting them through Saw games and then saying it's just a prank at the end and then everyone's all smiles, fucking ripping their dick off and then just saying it's a prank and they're like, oh shit, you got me, yeah, my penis is gone, should have seen it coming, that was a fucking epic prank, friend. It's crazy. Fucking crazy. Horrible situation here, and I feel horrible for the guy that ended up killing Timothy in self-defense. That's gotta be a traumatic experience for him, and, well, it's just a situation that should have never happened in the first place. Terrible. That's it. When you think of streaming, you probably think of someone playing video games or sitting in a hot tub, maybe even spreading their asshole if you're lucky enough. But today we're going to focus on a category called IRL streaming, which is where the streamer goes out in public and goes on little adventures like side quests in an MMO where they go and eat and hang out with friends and shit like that. Nothing wrong with IRL streaming, I want to get that clear. But there was a category of streamers, and still is, that their entire streams in the IRL category were just about harassing people in public with text-to-speech donations blasting to make everyone uncomfortable and just be this giant public shit stain. Just awful garbage, really. And today we're going to be talking about a guy who's more than a shit stain. He's the entire used and abused toilet at a fucking Comic-Con convention. His name is Sanchez, and he was an IRL streamer who would just go around insulting people to their face in New York and following them around, constantly just insulting them. He had donations on with text-to-speech, which would just blast slurs at people, so people would donate just to say slurs and shit like that. He's a young man who was so desperate for internet attention, he wanted to suckle on the juicy titties of internet clout. He looks like he still has his baby teeth in his mouth, and he wanted to chomp those teeth right onto that tender nipple of internet fame and take a big swig of her milk. And he would do anything for it. So his whole persona was about being an incel asshole. That's not me calling him an incel. That was his brand of content where he'd go in public, mainly insulting women. He targeted women mostly in his streams. A real brave guy. I'll show you a quick clip of that. I feel like I need to include this in every video now I make about shit like this since common sense is dead. Don't go harass this guy or the people that watched this guy. You're not some hero by harassing them. You're just being an asshole as well. So don't do it.
How you like that, Stacy? You like that? You like that? How about you put a gun in your mouth and pull the trigger? You like that, Stacy? You stupid bitch. You stupid fucking bitch. You deny me? You like that? You like that? Give me something to lose. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose.
Hey cute boy, do you like old fat lesbian pussy?
Go get SSRIs. Go take your psych meds. Go take your birth control. Come on, take your birth control. Take it. Enlighten me on why I should even look forward to impregnating a woman. What do I have to look forward to? What do I have to look forward to? No, I want to speak honestly now. What do I have to look forward to? Seriously. What do I have to look forward to? Birth control.
I know what you have to look forward to, Sanchez. 5 years in jail, potentially. I'm not going to show the whole Department of Justice right up here, but he was recently arrested, facing potentially 5 years in prison for bomb threats. He's done multiple bomb threats on stream. He's only been busted for one, but he's done a couple on stream, so we got ourselves a real fucking daredevil here. This guy's a real epic prankster. He's straight up Gangnam styling on the law out here. The majority of his streams were what you just saw, where it's him having this like hate boner for women that he jerks off his little micro dick about in public and just yells at them and blames them for all of the problems that he has. Watching one of his streams is sadder than watching an ASPCA commercial. When I first saw his channel a couple months ago, I thought it was like a 13-year-old boy going through a phase, and it turns out I was right. It is a 13-year-old boy going through a phase, but he's trapped in the body of a 19-year-old douchebag. He's basically if Xbox Live was a person. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the first bomb threat that he made, and then I'll show you the one after that.
Let's enhance their meal. Enhance the meal. No, behind.
You would still be doing this.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Bomb detonation in two minutes. I take you with me and I kill all you. I kill all you right now. And I kill all you for Allah. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it for Allah. I'm going to do it for Allah. Allahu Akbar. Come on, I do it. Bomb now. Yo, all of them scattered. Yo, yo. Holy shit.
Good one. You fucking got him. Those idiots didn't have any idea that you're not an actual terrorist. You're just a fucking loser. Even when you're not making bomb threats, though, I still imagine this is how most people act when they see you. They just fucking leave in disgust. You're like if a septic tank found a video camera and hit go live. It's like the world is Whoville and you're the Grinch. Everyone's just trying to forget about you and avoid you as much as possible. Now, of course, the standard defense is this is all out of context. He's actually a really good person. You just depict the worst moments. I mean, context doesn't help a fucking fake bomb threat or just harassing women in public or whatever, but I mean, that's fine. I have actually watched 3 full streams, start to finish. Not to flex too hard, but I only puked a couple of times. This shit was painful. Watching snuff films would have been less uncomfortable than watching his dog shit. Watching someone light my car on fire in front of me would have been less painful than watching his streams. This shit was brutal, but I did it just to make sure that there was no doubt that this guy was truly an abhorrent douchebag. He hasn't even accidentally been entertaining for even a split second. You'd think over the course of like 3 streams, 8-9 hours streams in total, that he did like fart at some point, which would at least be somewhat entertaining to someone, but not even that. Dude's butt cheeks are sealed shut, fucking sewn together. He can't even fucking fart to make something, make a little smile appear. The streams are entirely based around him spending extremely long following people, hurling insults at them, with them not even reciprocating, they just ignore him. It's like this guy's invisible. It's like your worst nightmare, where you are in a dream, and you're trying your best to like shout to someone, but they just keep walking, they can't hear you. This is that guy's whole existence. This man is truly invisible to everyone except his chat, and except when he's making bomb threats. And when he's not harassing people and stalking them to hurl the worst insults of all time, it's just his chat making slurs in their donations and him laughing at that, or getting the public's reaction to hearing slurs. It's fucking baffling. It is so sad. Let me show you another one of his bomb threats, though.
Bomb Squad, thanks so much for the dono.
Bomb Squad tipped $2.
Bomb Squad.
Attention everyone, this is not a joke. I have a bomb. I have a bomb. It is set on a digital timer and is set to go off in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Allahu Akbar.
3, 2,
Allahu Akbar.
1,
Allahu
0.
Akbar.
Boom. Just kidding, faggots.
Oh my god, that actually worked. Holy shit. Let's go, baby. We just did that shit. That was fucking dope. Thank you so much for that donation, bro. Oh, that was hype. Oh, that just made my fucking day, didn't it? That made my fucking day. Holy shit. Thank you so much for that donation. By the way, whoever's watching and you report that, that was not me, that was a donator. And yes, thanks so much.
Pretty random XD, rar Sanchez. A Swiffer holds up spork, does the narwhal bacon at midnight. You're such a random dude. Oh my god, you're such an edgy random comedian. He has a Swiffer in public. Wild. And he also just did a bomb threat prank. Hey! The highlights of this man's life are the most embarrassing moments of everyone else's. Like the things that keep you awake at night in cold sweats, like I can't believe I fucking did that, are the absolute cherished memories of this guy. And it's so sad. It is so sad. I've said it for a while, I think the internet creates losers, and this is a great example. He gets cheered on by his chat. His chat enables this and makes him believe that it's good entertainment, or like somehow he's actually doing something good for the world. The chat is laughing at him, not with him. He can't even get like even an ounce of legitimate support from anyone. He's literally a circus act for people, but they make him feel like he's the Joker. Oh, incel gets rejected by a girl and no one bats an eye. But incel sticks a Swiffer in the face of a random girl and makes a bomb threat and everyone loses their minds. It's so pathetic. I'd almost feel bad for him if he wasn't such an insufferable hemorrhoid of a person. Because the chat is the Frankenstein, and he is the monster that they've created. They're constantly encouraging him to continue doing this shit. In the few moments where he's not and he's just like hanging out to himself, people just leave and insult him. When he's not harassing people, people just fucking leave. So he just keeps doing it to keep the viewership there as people donate to insult him and insult the people around him. The chat is like constantly shoveling coal into this never-ending train wreck of a person. It's like Snowpiercer if the train was just this constant degenerate express. It's fucking wild in the worst way. I think it is great that he's going to jail. Well, hopefully going to jail. Because I think that'll be the best thing for him. Just like a full reset. This wouldn't be the first time a streamer goes to jail for bomb threats. There's of course the extremely famous one from another streamer where this guy was actually facing up to 10 years in prison for this.
C4 has been successfully activated. Bomb detonation countdown successfully started.
He did go to jail for this, but he didn't finish out the entirety of the 10-year sentence, although I don't even know if that was the final verdict with 10 years. He was released, I think like a year ago, or maybe even less than a year ago, I'm not sure, but he went to jail for it. So this wouldn't be the first time someone goes to jail for this shit if Sanchez does face prison time. But anyway, I wanted to share this story with you because it's a pretty wild one. Luckily, these kinds of streams aren't that popular anymore. IRL streams I've always enjoyed. I've always been a fan, but I've always hated like the public nuisance element of it where they feel like they're invincible because they have a fucking video camera going, so then they just start becoming huge fucking douchebags to everyone in public. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly share this story. That's about it. How far would you go for TikTok views? Would you sell your soul? Slap your mother? Slap my mother? You better not. I'd come over there and bite your dick off. But what about going to jail for 3 years? Does that sound reasonable for TikTok views in exchange for that prison sentence? How bad do you want it? What's your limit? Would you throw away 3 years of your life just for a few TikTok likes? If your answer to that question is no, you're a pussy, you're a coward, and you will never make it as a viral TikTok superstar sensation like this guy and his friends. I'm kind of underselling the story. Not only did the main guy in this video get 3 years, but his 2 friends that helped him make it got 2 years in prison. So check this out. What an epic prank, am I right? That shit was too lit. I almost spit out my apple juice. They got him good. Those fucking idiots never even saw it coming. The stupid conductor of this train, multi-track drifting around, thinking he's gonna get his passengers to their destination on time. Nuh-uh. Not on this cool guy's watch. He busts out the desk, he pops in a cigarette to smoke. I mean, he's probably the coolest fucking guy I've ever seen in my life. He's got the desk out so that way he can have optimal angles to look at the Tinder profile pics of girls that don't meet his standards. He's definitely a kissless virgin by choice because no girl is worthy of his perfect lips because he's just the ultimate Adonis. So he's decided, let's smoke it up a little bit. The train, it doesn't matter. So he stops it. He says, hey, public transportation can suck on my fucking asshole. And that's exactly what they do. And now he'll be sucking on some buttholes in prison. This happened in Morocco. He was originally facing 5 to 10 years in jail, but that sentence was lightened to 3 years, and his 2 friends that helped him film this have 2 years in jail now. And I gotta say, it was worth it. This is the coolest video I've ever seen in my life. I'm sure that all the other inmates are going to be blown away by this dude's TikTok clout. They won't be able to get enough of his stories about this video going viral. Oh man, they're going to love that. Now obviously the main douchebag here is extremely pathetic, but I think the saddest people in this video are the one filming and the one that give him the coffee cup. These two goofy goobers got 2 years in jail and got none of the internet points for it. They didn't even have their names associated with this. They were faceless nobodies who got roped into this guy's awful, dumb fucking TikTok video and are now going to jail for 2 years for it, with none of the minor celebrity status attached to it. They got nothing. They're going to jail because they couldn't tell their friend that the idea was fucking stupid. These two guys are absolutely your classic yes men, too afraid to say no to anything and then let you make the worst fucking decisions. You don't want friends like this that always say yes. But these guys go the extra mile and not only say yes, but encourage the awful decision and actively participate in it. Just out of pure desperation for just the tiniest bit of internet clout. They just want to latch on to the nipples of the pseudo-internet celebrity and get breastfed a little bit. Just suckle on the titties and just a little bit of internet clout, which they didn't get. But they did get a nice prison sentence for it. Now, not to sound like your grandpa complaining about loud music, but TikTok is truly poisoning the minds of some young people. Like, this shit is crazy. Everyone thinks they're the protagonist of their own anime. Everyone has this main character energy about them where they are the center of the universe. And this is just a perfect example of it. I couldn't be happier that this douchebag and his friends are actually going to prison for this. They're just attention-seeking public nuisances, an actual hemorrhoid to society. Not to go full Joker on you. But yeah, TikTok is absolutely poisoning some people on there. It's taking us backwards down the evolutionary ladder. 100 years from now, I'll probably have to rediscover fire and relearn basic language, because all humans will know is stupid fucking TikTok dances and shit like that. But maybe it's bigger than that. Maybe TikTok is like this intergalactic plague. It's the reason we haven't been visited by aliens. It truly is like the great filter. So when a civilization becomes technologically advanced enough to reach like tier 1 or tier 2, all roads lead to TikTok, so then they create TikTok, which bumps their civilization back down to the fucking Stone Ages, so they can never visit us or expand past their planet, you know what I mean? It's like the Flood from Halo, this parasite that feeds off us and keeps us stupid. To be honest, this just kind of looks like an elaborate suicide attempt that didn't work. Like the thought process here, I'm going to sit in front of a train and hope that it stops in time. Like the amount of faith you have to have in a complete stranger there is mind-boggling, hoping that the conductor's paying enough attention to stop in time before he just fucking flattens you and sends you to the afterlife, fucking banishing you to the shadow realm. Like it's crazy. And since everything becomes a trend on TikTok, and this was a very popular video, I'm shocked it didn't become a trend. I thought for sure this would be like the hashtag stop a train trend, where you like go on the tracks and you throw your ass in a circle, clapping your cheeks to some pop song and hope that the train stops, and then people just getting blasted by trains going all over the news. I'm actually surprised that didn't happen. Now, granted, this train isn't exactly like Thomas the Tank Engine gone wild. It seems to be moving at a slower pace than most trains I see, but it is still an extremely dangerous stunt and an extremely annoying one. Everyone on that train is now late to their shit just so you could have your 10-second TikTok video. So yeah, I definitely think the punishment fits the crime here. 3 years sounds reasonable. 2 years for his friends. I'm glad all the douchebags got thrown into the slammer. Huge round of applause to that decision made over there. And yeah, that's about it. How many of you are familiar with this story? This was called The Cookie Monster back in 2008. 2 girls that steal from the Girl Scouts. And it's actually kind of deep. Like, it gets wild. I won't spoil the ending or anything, but it gets kind of silly. And I'd never heard of this before, but I guess it was a big deal back in 2008.
Basically, me and my friend Stephanie, we needed some money. We saw a girl selling Girl Scout cookies. We saw an envelope with money in it, and I grabbed it, and she drove away.
That's free money, baby.
Why did you do it? Because we needed money. We just wanted money. What did you...
I think the Girl Scouts should be traveling with like a safe, like a lockbox maybe, and armed security guards. Because this is not the first time I've heard of them being robbed. It seems like that's kind of common. Like they set up their Girl Scout cookie stands outside of Walmart or Publix or something, and then someone just comes by and just fucking mine.
What about the people who would say, all right, you know, it's one thing to steal money, it's another thing to do it from a 9-year-old girl selling Girl Scout cookies?
I mean, money's money. I mean, I feel bad it was a 9-year-old girl, but there was $150 in that envelope, and I wanted that money, and it was mine.
How brutally honest. Like an actual comic book villain. Out here teaching life lessons. $150 easy payday. The only problem was we got caught. And I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling grocery store security cameras.
I just want to say that I'm sorry for offending the Girl Scout organization, but other than that, that's it.
I like the word offending there. As if that was the problem, like she insulted them and they took it personally or something. Instead of, I apologize for stealing from the Girl Scout organization, it's, I'm sorry for hurting their feelings. So, pretty smart criminal overall. But she's not the star of the show. This was mainly the sidekick, the Robin to the real Batman, Stephanie Woods.
I mean, some people might say...
You'll see her in just a minute.
I heard one person that
Well,
doesn't...
it's not her money.
I mean, it is.
A 9-year-old girl was selling it, but it's not like she was gonna make that money, so it doesn't really bother me. The only thing that bothers me is my charges.
Those neurons are
now.
not firing.
What was the other crime that you had been charged with?
Domestic battery.
Oh, huge.
Pretty much, we just
There
saw
she
the
is.
Girl Scouts with their little
protagonist.
table, and
But it's a crime.
I know it's a crime, but it was an easy crime. It was easy. It
True.
was sitting right there. I mean, there's
Literally taking candy from a baby. Like, you just stealing from a 9-year-old? Like, what are they gonna do? Put up a fight? No, sir. Who's a 9-year-old gonna beat? Not an adult. No shot. Like that. Yeah, that's easy crime. She's not wrong. She's making a great point. What a fucking maniac.
there's a lesson learned now, but
What's the lesson you say that you could learn out of this?
probably not to get caught, or maybe not to steal.
I mean, do you have any remorse about stealing from a 9-year-old girl?
Right now, no, because I'm kind of pissed because I have charges and we had to give the money back anyway, so now I'm pretty pissed.
Net loss,
But
unfortunately.
I mean, some people might say it's...
I don't feel sadness for that little girl. I mean, she's getting a lot of money right now from people who feel bad for her. So
Is she in the same parking lot? I just
What were
noticed she
you
like
gonna use?
pointed over there. Are they still selling cookies? Like, once this camera comes off, Stephanie Woods might just make her way over there, just meander over and steal a couple extra envelopes of cash from the Girl Scouts. Return to the scene of the crime, lightning striking twice in the same place. After this, a few years later, she got arrested again. Still can't get rid of the Cookie Monster name, by the way. It's what she's forever known for. And sentenced to 6.5 years in prison. Not from stealing from Girl Scouts this time. That was just her gateway drug to a harder drug, heroin. So, yep. A pretty expected conclusion, if I'm being honest. You know, this is something I think a lot of people saw coming. But she must have hired Saul Goodman because initially she was facing 9.5 years. But she took a plea deal, so it worked out for her. 6 years, rent-free, long con. True, she won't need to worry about gas money in jail. She's out of jail now, though. This was 2014, and she served 6.5 years, assuming she did the whole sentence. Like, she's out. So if your daughter's in the Girl Scouts, tell her to sleep with one eye open, because Stephanie Woods could be right around the corner. She's like the boogeyman. Being smart has its drawbacks. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too, listening to her speak. Like, damn, she's quite intelligent. One of those true criminal genius masterminds. A victim of her own hubris, unfortunately. What happened to the other girl? I don't know who the other girl was. Stephanie Woods was really the star. I don't know shit about the other girl. I couldn't find any info on her. Maybe someone in chat knows, for someone that's a little more familiar with the story than I am. In 2009, she was also arrested for robbery and kidnapping. She pleaded guilty. Man, I tell you, you steal money from the Girl Scouts one time, and then all of a sudden you're shooting up heroin in the bathtub and kidnapping kids and robbing other places. She stole like $400 from a gas station as well. Girl Scouts set her up. Oh yeah, maybe this was entrapment. Like the Girl Scouts deliberately left an envelope with like $150 like sneaking out of it on the side of the table, and they all turned around in order to catch some would-be thieves. You might be onto something. That's how they got my uncle. Fun fact, they also dine and dash to Denny's 3 weeks earlier. The vid on it is called Girl Scout Cookie Money Theft. Okay, I've got to see that.
All I could say is that I'm really sorry.
Stephanie Woods seems contrite, claiming she's been turned into a cookie money monster. The 18-year-old convicted just days ago.
They actually brought
from a Girl Scout.
They brought the Girl Scout in to testify? Yeah, that's the bitch that stole our money. That fucking heartless fiend. Yeah, that's her. I recognize her. Put her in the slammer.
Even though I think it'd be really unfair if I got 60 days in jail.
A 17-year-old
What do you mean?
who's yet to be charged was with her in both the Denny's and Girl Scout thefts, and was
Oh, now we get to learn about the
take
sidekick?
stand, but Wood's attorney was nervous. She was going to turn against his client, so she took the plea.
The family
Days, despite this flip of the finger and then shove of our camera last week in court.
Hey, Stephanie, come on.
I don't have
Hey,
much of an
come
attitude
on.
anymore, really, except for the other day. But that was just anger. So what can I say?
Her attorney
Thus,
said Wood's
an
plea of
attitude.
No contest was the best avenue, given the conflicting statements from her younger co-defendant.
Oh, there's still more.
It's the Girl Scout cookie thief like you've never seen her before, crying.
Damn,
in
she's a
court
celebrity.
After the judge throws the book at her.
An out-of-control drug user, and sent her away to get her life back on track. She will have up to 3 years to do just that.
Holy shit.
The road for 18-year-old Stephanie
Wait, what the
Woods. She
fuck?
arrived-
Wait, so she was sentenced even before the 6.5 years? Wait, did I just miss that in the article? So she just bounces from prison to prison. So she had a 3.5 year sentence before the 6.5? There's still more?
From juvenile detention to the county jail, more punishment for Stephanie Woods, the so-called Girl Scout
Jesus.
cookie cash thief.
Another sentencing for Stephanie Woods. This
I'm adding
time
an
in
extra year because I just
A
hate the
juvenile
letters
judge
from
had
your
already
fans.
ordered Woods into custody and into drug treatment, but Judge Cohen says it should stay, and he gives Stephanie 3 days in jail as a deterrent.
The judge, I think, did the right thing. I really do.
Damn, what a story. Yeah, that shit is deep. All starting from stealing cookies from stealing money from the Girl Scouts. Wild. Crazy how it all ended up. Well, I guess not really crazy. Kind of expected. I really do wonder what her friend's doing. I wonder if she also had this kind of trajectory. She was given 2 years of probation for the drugs, after which she committed 10 probation offenses, including violating curfew, hanging with criminals, lying to a probation officer, giving an officer a fake ID, not doing community service, and stealing $400 from a gas station. Allegedly. That also could be a false flag operation from the Girl Scouts. We don't know for sure yet. Have you seen this bird bandit? Please search for man with parrots in McDonald's robbery. This actually looks like some kind of marketing campaign for McDonald's back when they had the Hamburglar. Is this real? Is this not a marketing stunt?
Searching for this man they have dubbed the Bird Bandit.
He actually looks like a One Piece character. Like, what? This character design is exquisite. And that's a real parrot?
Check him out with his friends there on his shoulder. Investigators are accusing the man of robbing someone with a knife.
Yep, police say the
Well,
same
that's
man
not
was
very
later
nice.
spotted in another store
What a jerk.
carrying the 3 birds that you see right there. News 4.
Wait, 3 birds? I wish you would stop graying it out when I pause it. Hold on, let me find the picture of him. It's a little blurry to tell. He got 3 birds on him? It's like that guy from John Wick. Man, and that is a mean goatee. It's coming to like a dagger's point. Also, I like this right here. Anyone with any information is asked to contact police. I think if you've ever seen this guy in your life, you probably remember him. This is like the lowest level attempt of concealing your identity ever. He's wearing the most identifiable shirt and then 3 fucking live birds on him while wearing... what kind of hat is that? It's like some kind of old swashbuckler's hat.
Accused of robbing a McDonald's on Arlington Boulevard in the Seven Corners area Tuesday around 8 a.m. Police say he pulled a knife and demanded money at the counter. Police
Oh, he's
say
even got a pair of sunglasses on. Never mind, he actually did try with the disguise. I've got to say, I'm a little disappointed in the pants. He's got a great shirt, but lame-ass pants and flip-flops. His stylist just gave up halfway through the fit.
with 2 live parrots. They appear to be macaws.
Wait, they said 3 though.
To his cowboy
Is this not
hat
one?
and a third on his shoulder. Reaction from McDonald's customers who say they feel bad for the feathered participants.
Honestly, that's really crazy. Like, why would you bring a pet?
Don't crime with the birds.
Police
True.
describe the suspect as
Agree.
being
I
in his
agree with
late
her.
20s or early 30s.
Well, let's not. Okay. Also, let's not get rid of the theory that the birds aren't the ones controlling him, pulling the strings. Like he could be a victim in this as well.
Something like that before.
They can talk.
God, it'd be so cool if the
unclear
birds were
that
threatening
will
the
play
cashier.
Any type of role in the solving
I
of
wouldn't
this
even be
crime.
mad if I was
In
the
Fairfax
cashier.
County, Jackie Benson, News 4.
Imagine the birds roll up and they just start like saying some vile shit. Did you hear about the guy that got arrested in Nebraska because he got with a bull in his car? Yeah, it's this video, right? He got arrested? Even my mom sent me this video. She thought it was the coolest thing ever. I didn't know he got arrested, though. I only saw like a little clip of it.
Around 10 a.m., the Norfolk Police Division responded to
What's
a
he arrested
call of
for?
a
Having
man
a good
driving
time? Being a good
eastbound
Uber?
on 275 with a Watusi bull in his passenger seat.
The officers received a call.
I think that's fine. Oh wow, the cow shit all over this.
They thought that it was going to be. They thought that it was going to be
Wow.
a cow in.
I can't say I ever saw the back of the car. This thing's got a lot of features. The license plate is boy and dog, a custom license plate for that, and then a decal that says lice, and it's covered in bullshit. Wow. I mean, I have no doubt the bull was scared, but goodness. Huh. I really want to know what this says. Looks like it says concussion beef. What an interesting guy. Yeah, I only saw like a small clip of this. I thought it was just like a cool way of transporting this cow. I thought he was like a VIP or something.
They thought that it was going to be, like a calf, something smaller, something that actually fit.
What is that it said on the side? Best car?
Calf, something smaller.
Best car citizen,
Or something
I think.
that actually fit inside the vehicle.
And the vehicle was big enough. Well, technically.
As a result, the officer performed a traffic stop and addressed
He looks
some
like a nice enough
traffic
guy.
violations that were occurring with that particular
Oh, best car entry.
situation. Animal back home and to leave the city.
Meyer and Howdy Doody are on their
Literally
way back
told him to
home,
get out of
and no one
town.
was hurt. From Norfolk News Channel, Nebraska, Andrew Pfeiffer.
I mean, that seems like a cool battle vehicle as well. Like, should Mad Max ever happen, I think training this bull to get ready to impale other riders and shit is probably a good call. He seems like a cool guy. What was his name? Lee Meyer. Watch the video about how Kim Jong-un used YouTube prank videos as a way to kill his brother. Kill him with what? Cringe? What? There's no way that's real. I knew his brother died. I didn't know it was a fucking YouTube prank. The prank show that led to an assassination. How North Korea assassinated Kim Jong-un's brother. Let me see. There's no way this was from a prank. In 2017, 2 unsuspecting women carried out a political assassination of Kim Jong-nam, the elder half-brother of North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, thinking they were participating in a prank TV show. Holy shit, wait, what? In 2016-2017, 2 young women were separately approached by men to perform a series of prank videos for YouTube. One was from Indonesia, the other Vietnam. They were paid a small amount of money to run up to strangers and smear lotion on their faces, then apologize and run away. Wait, where's the assassination? Kim Jong-nam was in Kuala Lumpur airport when 2 women smeared his face with a powerful VX nerve agent. The CCTV footage of the incident shows him at the airport's information desk seeking medical help. He claims he felt dizzy after 2 women grabbed his face. He died within 20 minutes of the incident. She revealed she was recruited by a man named James, claiming to be a TV producer. For months, the 2 women were groomed to smear random people with lotion and creams. All this while they thought they were participating in a prank show with hidden cameras. Whoa! Wow. I had no idea. I thought this was just like a straight up assassination. I didn't know there was a deeper layer where the people that killed him didn't know they killed him. Hundreds of goats roam Bay Area neighborhood after escaping enclosed. Oh my god. These hooligans. We've got security camera footage. The squad's rolling deep. Lock your doors. Don't come out. Oh man, they just robbed this place. This is what I must imagine. This is what I imagine it must have looked like when Noah was trying to get like animals onto the ark. Man, that just doesn't stop. Who had all of these goats? Where are they escaping from? Pepperidge Farms? God damn. They're still going. Holy shit. Hey, welcome to freedom. Enjoy the American dream, my friends. Godspeed. Damn, still going, huh? A herder and their dog came to the rescue and corralled the animals back into their pen. No shot. There's like 1,000 goats here. How the fuck would he have gathered all of them? There's no way he got all of the goats back. They follow each other? Yeah, but even still, there's no way he'd get all of the goats back. Like, some of these goats came from, like, all over the place. Like, in driveways and probably going into backyards. No way. There's definitely still some rogue goats on the loose out there. A very good herder dog, that's how. I mean, fucking Airbud couldn't get all of these goats back. There's too many. I mean, I've never herded goats, but I mean, I've done the next best thing. I've done the tedious side quests, or the tedious quests in RuneScape where you have to herd some shit. It's a pain in the ass.